Marci here. We really miss everybody, and so we're gonna start making some videos for you to do at home. This one is gonna be an acro class, something simple that you can do at your house. I have Callie here assisting me because there's a lot of things that I can't do. So Callie's gonna demonstrate for me. All you need is, if you have a mat, you can do it on a mat, or you could do it on carpet, or anything like that. So for right now, what we're gonna do is work our wrists, just like in normal acro class. So go ahead and sit down. You're going to push on your wrist, really stretch them out. We want to avoid injuries. So work them, roll them. Great, okay, next we're going to get our heart pumping because we want to warm up our body once again to avoid injury. So Callie's going to stand up, and we're going to just start with some high knees. So we're going to lift our knees up high, high, high. We want to get things going, get our heart pumping. Great, now we're going to do some frog jumps. Usually we do these across the floor or across the mat. She's just going to do them in place. So she's going to do 10 of them. Go ahead, down and up. Go, 1, 2. So you are reaching above your head every jump. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Okay, she's going to come to the end of the mat. This is something that we can do. Our forward rolls, I think at this point, everybody has been in acro long enough to know the proper way to do a forward roll so we don't get hurt. So we want to start down, and when we go down, you're going to tuck your chin and push off with your feet. We never go on our head, correct? Yes. So we're going down. One more time, Callie, please. Down, tucking the chin, tucking the head, and pushing off with your feet. Feet together, stand up and reach for the sky. Great job. All right, now we're going to do some cartwheels, our starfish cartwheels. So when we start with the proper starfish, okay? This foot has no weight on it. This has all the weight on it, and as you go, you're going to go hand placement, okay? Side by side, not one in front of the other. Go ahead, feet go over, pointed toes, and starfish all the way back out. Great, now we're gonna do the other side. We start with our starfish. This foot is also pointed. Ready, and over, and starfish all the way through. Good. We want to make sure that we are pointing our toes, stretching our legs so our knees aren't bent. We also want to make sure that we're pulling up and through with our starfish so our spine is nice and long, okay? Next we're going to do handstands, and the first one we're going to do is our curved handstand, which everybody knows what curved means, right? Our arms are up and our head is looking at the floor when we go down. Go ahead. Curved, so her spine is curved. She's gonna point her toes and watch her elbows up and right back down. Fantastic. And now, what's the other one? Straight. Good. Turn. We're gonna do a straight handstand, which means our neck and our back is completely straight. So when you're looking, our head is looking actually at the back wall. Go ahead, Callie. Straight. Good. Again. Come back up straight. Up. Whew. And down. Good. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is on the mat or on your carpet is we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna stretch out our back. So as we do our rock and roll, remember we are heels off the ground. She's grabbing each knee. She's tucking her chin to her chest. And go ahead, roll back and roll up. Roll back and roll up. So you want to do this a few times. This is a good stretch for your back, getting ready for some bridges and things. All right, now we're going to rock, roll, and stand. Make sure that you're planting your feet in the center. and we don't want to have our feet come apart, okay? And we don't want to use our hands to get up. So you want to rock back enough to get a momentum that you just stand straight up with arms up, okay, without using your hands to push yourself off. All right, and so now we're going to go into bridges. Go ahead and lay down, feet this way. Okay, so our typical bridge, she's going to bridge up. And what we want for you guys to start doing is getting our feet a little bit closer together, our legs straightening out and pushing into those shoulders. Go ahead and straighten your legs. Straighten them, knees straight, there we go. So she's pushing more into the shoulders. At this point in acro, this is what we want to aim for, okay? Go ahead and go down, Callie. Take a break for a second. Okay. When we start doing back handsprings and walkovers and stuff, it's very important for us to have the flexibility in our shoulders, okay? So that's why we want to work our going into the push and more into our shoulders than just straight up with our abs, okay? So now she's going to do just our typical bridge section that we do, which is next is a London bridge. So you're going to push yourself up into a bridge, and you're going to rock yourself back and forth from feet to into your shoulders, feet into shoulders. Good. That also really helps with the flexibility in your shoulders and your arms. Go ahead and go down. Come down softly. Fall down. Next is Hey Girl Hey. So I actually asked her to switch around so she can give a wave to you guys. Go ahead up. And Hey Girl Hey. Watch her elbows. I'm telling her to watch her elbows because she has a tendency to break her elbows a little bit. We want to push straight out. Hey girl, hey. Say, hey, we miss you. We really miss you guys at class. I really do. All right, go down. And the last one, we don't do too many of these in class. I would like to start doing them. So if you want to start practicing them at home, make sure that you have a really good, strong bridge before you try these, because this takes a lot of core muscle to be able to do. Go ahead and lay down, Callie. So these are retires and a bridge. So what she's going to do is she's going to push up into a bridge, and then she's going to come up. Go, knee, kick, knee, down. Other side, knee up, point, good, knee, down. 2 more times, up, and last time, point, and down. So those are a little bit harder. That's more on the advanced side of the bridges. So if you want to start practicing those, and even if you don't know how to do a retire yet, you can even practice coming down like this and just doing it in a seated position just to see if you could straighten your legs before you actually try it in a bridge, okay? So next, she's going to roll on her belly. One of my favorites is the cobra stretch. So go ahead, Callie. She's going to tuck her elbows in. Your hands are by your ribs. She's going to push up, and head goes back. This is a very good stretch. This is for our clown ball that we all have been working very hard on, trying to get farther and farther into our clown ball. All right, go ahead and go down for a second and rest. I like to do 2 cobras to do a real good stretch before we go into our clown ball. All right, go ahead, back up. And I really want to stress that when you do your cobra, you're pushing very slowly into it, 1 vertebrae at a time, and then head goes back. Please don't whip into it because that will hurt your back, not only now, but as you get older, and we really don't want that to happen. So go ahead and go down. Next is the clown ball. So you'll see she's going to push into a cobra, head goes back, and then toes come as far as they can. We're going for the head, of course, and then as you go to your head, you don't stop there. We're going forehead, then our nose, chin, shoulders, and then eventually maybe the floor, making an actual tiny ball, okay? That's our goal for all of our dancers. And doing this, you can do this every day, right before bed, stretching, especially splits. This is a great opportunity for you guys. You're home, you're bored, there's nothing else to do, right? Stretch. This is a huge opportunity for you to excel at your flexibility. The clown balls, splits, even working, the scorpions into needles, all of that stuff is going to really help you as you're doing it at home while we're off on this mini vacation. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is our standing bridge. Some of you are not ready for this quite yet, but for Callie, which is a level 3-4, even our 1 and 2s who can do a standing bridge should be working on this. It is a proper 8 count of going down into your bridge and then coming back up. So we want arms up, and we're going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then rocking yourself back up, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So I want to see if Callie can do it by herself. She usually can, but I'm thinking maybe with this week off, we might be losing it a little bit. So let's see. Ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rock up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, a little rusty, but that's okay. That's why we're working on it right now, right? So a great thing for this is you can do this on your wall, okay? So if you're against the wall and you go down and you go down and then come back up. That is a safe way of doing it. I don't advise you to do it by yourself if you're not ready to do your standing bridge by yourself yet, okay? So try it against your wall. That's a great way of doing it. So we're going to actually move the mat out of the way for right now because we're going to do a couple things that you can definitely do at home for flexibility and balance. Balance is huge, and we use balance not only in acro but ballet. Think about doing spins and things. We need our balance as dancers. So we're going to be doing, step up here please, a heel stretch, okay? So go ahead and face the camera. So you're going to pull up through the center, grabbing your heel, and then actually pulling up and pointing your toe. That's why we grab our heel, so that we can point our toe and use great technique. All right, go ahead and do the other side because we always want to do both sides. And really try to hold your balance. Okay, try to stretch out both legs. It's okay if you're losing your balance. This is why we're doing it, because we're practicing, okay? And we always have, we know, one side stronger than the other. We are a non-dominant and a dominant. We always do have a right side, left side is stronger than the other. So the next one we're going to do is our scorpion, which you can turn to the side. And so you're pulling, good, and pulling up, okay? Trying to keep your chest up and holding yourself. The biggest thing right now that we're working on is balance. Eventually we want to obviously get to the point that we're pulling this foot straight up, which is called a needle, okay? That is where our ultimate goal is that we want to shoot for. Go ahead and do your other side, Callie, because we don't want to be a one-sided dancer when we want to do both sides. So go ahead, really try to get your balance, pull that foot up, chest up, hold it, hold it. Good, okay. And the last thing that we're going to do is the splits. And we're going to do all three. So we're going to start with our left side. So go ahead and go down. We want to make sure that our hips are straight. This foot, okay, shoelaces are down if you had shoes on, okay? Go ahead and switch to your right side. We would like you to hold it for about 10 seconds. If you're just popping into the split and then popping right back out, it really isn't doing much for you. But to actually sit there and let your muscles stretch out, this is what's going to get you all the way to the floor, okay? All right, and we're going to go ahead and do the center. Going down. And for this one, our toes want to be out to the side. And we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job, Callie. Thank you for demonstrating for me. That's the end of the acro class, be on the lookout for lots of classes. All of our instructors are going to be taping classes. You're going to have ballet, acro, preschool classes, hip-hop classes, all kinds of fun things. And even I'm doing like an exercise class. Anybody can do it, but possibly more for the older girls. It's a pretty hard class, but it's a great workout that you can do at home. And so we really, really hope to see you soon, and we miss you guys so much, and we hope you are having a great little vacation. All right, love you guys.